Welcome back. In this video, you're going to be learning how to work with formulas. I'm sure you must have done one calculation or the other before. So I'm just going to take you through the principles that would help you to represent your formulas on Microsoft Excel. So let me type something here to do a kind of analogy for you. In normal mathematics, you type 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now, this is normal, arithmetic and mathematics. But when you come to Excel, Microsoft Excel, you cannot type your formula like this. Do you understand that now? You don't. Where this equal to sign is, it has to come to the beginning of the formula. So when you want to type 2 plus 2, now for you to get the answer, equals has to come first. Do you understand that? So when I remove this 4 now, and I have this, then I have a formula on Microsoft Excel. You can use this Microsoft Excel to do normal calculation that your calculator does. Do you understand that? You can do that perfectly on Microsoft Excel. So you can use your Excel sheet as a calculator. Many people do that. Do you understand? But you won't be able to use it if you don't understand how it works. So if I want to say 2 plus 2 now and I want to get the answer, all I need to do is to come here, type equals 2 plus 2. Then when I hit enter key, I'm going to have the answer. Can you see that? So let me go to another cell. Let me type equals, let's say 678 plus 978. So something like this. Now I want to add them up. This is the formula now. Equals has to come first, then 678 plus 978. In normal mathematics, equals to will not be here. It will come to the end of the equation. Do you understand that? But in Microsoft Excel, it has to come first. So your equal to sign comes first in your formula. So anytime you want to type your formula, it has to come first. So that's the first thing you're going to type. Do you understand that? So when I step out of this now, it's going to give me my answer. Can you see that now? So when you click that cell, you're going to see the formula right here that batted this answer. So one other thing I want you to know is that you can type your formula right within the cell where you want the answer to be, or you type on the formula bar. So let me do one more. So I'm going to select where I want my answer to be. Then I go to the formula bar. So I'm going to say equals. Can you see that? Then I'm going to type, let's say 150 plus 543. So can you see? I've typed it. Then when I hit enter key now, you will have your answer here. So you can type your formula right within the cell where you want the answer to be, or you go to the formula bar to type that. Do you understand that? So we've just done that now. I hope you got that now. Now the next thing I want to show you are the operators we have on Microsoft Excel. So your plus sign is still this sign on Microsoft Excel. Do you understand that now? It is still plus. Then your negative sign, that is minus, is still the same symbol, minus. Do you understand that? But when it comes to multiplication sign, you use star. Most times you use shift and 8. You see star on top of your key 8. So for you to type those characters on top of your numeric keys, you will need to hold your shift key before bringing them up. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. So star is what you use for multiplication sign. Do you understand that? Then division sign will be /, something like this. So these are the operators you have to deal with on Microsoft Excel. They are very popular and you need to master them. I hope you're getting it now. Now, another thing you need to know is the parentheses that you use to group your values. Do you understand that? Now, let's say, for example, you want to multiply two values and divide it by something else. So you will group the ones that you want to first add up before you divide it by the other value. Do you understand that now? So these are things that you need to know. So let me just type that for you. Let's say you want to do a kind of let's say 5 times 6. Then I'll close this bracket before I put division sign 2. So what I'm saying is that you should multiply 5 by 6. Then the answer should be divided by 2. So this is the way it is. So it is different from you typing 5 times 6 divided by 2. Do you understand that now? So there are two different things. What this one will do, this particular one, it will first divide 6 by 2 before multiplying it by 5. Do you understand that now? This one will divide 6 by 2, which is going to be 3. Do you understand? Then multiply it by 5. But if you put your parentheses here, then this answer will be different. It will multiply 5 by 6, then divide it by 2. I hope you understand that. So that's what your parentheses will do for you. Do you understand? So I want to believe now that you now understand your operators. You know where to introduce them and when to introduce them. And you can now understand clearly that for you to type a formula, the first thing you're going to type is the equals sign. Equal to sign. That's what comes first. Do you understand that? So, and these are your operators. Plus is still this symbol. I want to believe you now understand how to use your operators and when to use them. You know now that for you to type any formula, your equal to sign has to come first. So that's the first thing you're going to type. Do you understand that? So you also know these operators. This is the plus sign. This is your minus sign, still the same sign. Your multiplication is star on the keyboard, and the / is still your division sign. And I told you that you use your parentheses, which some people call brackets. Do you understand that? To group values when performing your calculations. Do you understand that now? Very good. So we're going to move on now. And now I'm going to now teach you how to apply the formula to the values you have on Excel. Now I just demonstrated to you how to use the Excel sheet as a calculator. So let's say, for example, I want to say, okay, let's say 56. I'm going to put bracket 56 times 7 divided by 89. If I want to do something like this, I'll just press enter key and it's going to give me my answer. So I can use it as a calculator. Do you understand that now? But that is not what we want to do with Excel. Do you understand that? We want to make reference to the values we have on the spreadsheet. Do you understand that now? This worksheet now, each of the values on it, don't forget that they have their reference numbers. Do you understand that now? Take for example, this 4 now is A1. This value 2 is B1. This one is C1. So when you want to do your calculations, let's say you want to sum up 4 and 1656, that is 1656. You want to sum them up. You are not going to say equals 4 plus 1656. And now you now press enter and you have the answer. No, that's not the way to do it on Excel. So how are you going to achieve the same thing using the reference numbers? So we're going to use, instead of imputing these values directly, we're going to use their cell numbers. So now we're going to have, for this 4, we have A1. This is A1, A1, B1. Do you understand that now? So we're going to say A1 plus, can you see that after typing A1, it selected it for you to know that you've selected this. So this is my operator plus. What I want to add to it, B1. So I'll type B1. Can you see that now? So when I hit my enter key, you'll notice that it will give me my answer. I hope you understand that. So this is the way you type your formula. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So you use the cell numbers to perform the calculations. Do you understand that now? So that's the way this works. I hope you got that. So let's try another one right now. Let me put the answer here, the next one. Let's say I want to multiply B1 by C1, then divided by A1. Now I'll teach you another way to impute your formula. The first way was what we did the other time, by entering the formula directly. Do you understand that? You type it with your keyboard. Do you understand that now? You type everything with your keyboard, and as you can see, it equals A1 plus B1 that we typed, that gave us this. But this time around, this calculation that I want to do, I'm going to start. I will still type my equal to sign. Then I want to multiply B1 by C1. So all I need to do is just to click after typing equal to. All I need to do is to click B1. It will come here by itself. Then I'm going to type the operator. So all you're going to be typing will be the operators, but you're going to be clicking the cells that will be affected. Do you understand that? So B1 multiplied, I'm going to type it, that's star. Then I'm going to click the cell, the next cell that will be affected by C1. Don't forget I said you should put bracket if you're going to divide these two. Do you understand that? So can you see that? Let me start all over again. Equals, then let me put bracket first. So I will encourage you to first write down the formula before transferring it to your Excel sheet if you're just starting. Do you understand that? When you're well experienced, you won't need that again. For me, if I make a mistake, I can easily correct it. I will know that, oh no, there's an error there. But you should write it down first, the way you want it to come into the worksheet. Do you understand that now? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to multiply C of, let me say B1. Sorry, I want to use my mouse this time around. So I've opened the parenthesis. I'm going to click B1. Then I'll type the next operator, which is, then I'll close the parenthesis. Then I'll type the next operator, which is division. I want to divide it by A1. So I'll type A1. I won't type now because I'm using my mouse to click. So I'll select the affected cell. So I'm done with the formula now. When I hit enter key, I'm going to have my result. Can you see that now? So when you click any cell and you go to the formula bar to see a formula, then it tells you that this is not just a value, it's a calculated value. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these ones now, do we have any? Okay, we don't have any direct value. So let me type just a value here. If you notice, this one is just a normal value. There's no, formula attached to this. So it's a normal value. So you must know the difference between normal values on your worksheet and the calculated values. So all these ones are calculated values because you had to, apply formulas to them before you could get the result. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they are not normal values. I hope you understand that now. So these ones are normal values. When you see them, they are just, pure. Do you understand that now? Nothing attached to them. They're just there. So you need to understand that. So when you copy this normal value and you paste it, it will just be pasted normally. But you can't copy formulas like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just paste. You may not have the desired result. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only way you could have this value is if you are pasting only value. Do you understand that? Let's demonstrate it. So I'm going to copy this one now. So I'll go to copy. I've selected it already, so I'll copy. Let's come here and paste it. So if I just click here now, you will notice that there are many things that, can you see paste? Can you see values? Can you see formulas? So if I want the formulas to be pasted, I'll click and the formula will be there. Can you see that now? Bringing the same formula here. I hope you got that. So, but if I want only the value, I can do that. So let me copy something else. Let's copy this one. I've clicked copy. I'm going to come here. Then I'm going to right click. Do you understand that? On that cell where I want the answer to be. That was what I did the other time. Sorry for that. I didn't show you that. So you right click on the cell where you want to paste it. Then you come to this place. Can you see this section? So I'm going to use value this time around. So when I click value, it will just bring the absolute value. It won't be a calculated value that will be there. Can you see now? I copied it from here, which is a calculated value, but I said it should just return, or let me say it should just paste only the value. Do you understand that now? So that's why you're having this. So you need to understand that. So when you paste whatever you copy, let me copy something else now. So let me copy this and let me come here and let me paste again. I'm going to right click. Then when I say paste, can you see this now? So what you have here now is a transference of this formula to this column. So if you look at the formula right here, now it's saying J1 plus K1 because this is a relative formula. So if you copy it to another column, the same formula will be applied there. So now the formula here is A1 plus B1, which is A1 plus this B1. But coming to this place now, you have J1 plus K1, that is this J1 plus K1. Do you understand that now? But because there are no values there, it has added them. Here is 0, here is 0. So it's giving us 0 to be the answer. So that's transference of formula from one place to another. Do you now know the difference between all of that now. So when you want to copy a calculated result and you only need the value, once you click and you click copy and you copy it, after copying, when you get to the destination where you want to paste it, you right click, then select only value. So when you click value, nothing will be attached to it, it will just be an absolute value. Do you understand that? So you need to get that right. I hope you got that now. So you know the difference between the three paste options that we used. I hope you get what I'm saying. So the same thing we did, if you copy and paste, you can copy here, copy, then come to where you want the result to be. Use your paste option. They are here as well. Do you understand? This is the value we used the other time. You get what I'm saying? And this is the normal paste that we used the other time. And this is the formula that we used. I hope you're getting that now. So you need to understand that clearly. I hope that is clear. Very good. Now look at this symbol that is revolving, the sign that is revolving around this value. You might be wondering, what is that? Anytime you copy a value, you're going to have that on that value. So to ignore that, don't just stress yourself. All you need to do is just to double click an empty cell, and that's going to go, or you save your work. Do you understand that? By pressing just click the save button or the save command, and that's going to clear it. Do you understand that? Now the next thing I want us to look at is how to edit your formula. So does it mean that now that you've put together a formula, you cannot come back to edit it? You can. So how do you edit a formula? Now you have to go to this affected cell. So when you click it, you can go to the formula bar to edit it. Do you understand that? So you can edit the formula right here now. I hope you understand that. So another thing you can do is to double click that cell, then edit within the cell. Just edit the formula. So if I want to edit this now, I can change this A1 to G1. So I want to divide it by this G1 value, not A1 value. So I'll change it to G. So when I'm done with it, I'll press enter key, and that's going to give me this value. So if you click this, you're going to see that the formula has changed. So A1 has been removed and G1 has been used to replace it. I hope you understand that. So you can edit your formula. Let me also quickly show you something here. And those are errors that you're going to be coming across when you're working on Microsoft Excel. Let's say, for example, I have maybe 30 here and I have 0 here. And now I want to divide, this is 01, because this is letter O, 01. I want to divide it by 02. Can you see? 02. So if I want to divide 01 by 02, it means I want to divide 30 by 0. And you know what it means. So in mathematics, it will be infinity, and you're not going to have anything here. So you're going to have a form of error message. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is going to come up. Do you understand that? It means you are dividing by 0 and you're not going to have any answer for that. I hope you understand that. So let's try it now. So equals O1, letter O, 1 divided by O2. Can you see that? So I want to divide this by this. So when I press enter key, this is what you're going to have. Can you see this? So div, can you see /0 this? So anywhere you see this, it means you have divided a value by 0. And that's when you can have this. I hope you got that very clearly now. So anywhere you see this, you should take note of that. I hope that is now very clear. Very good. And anytime you see this particular green stuff here, it's showing you that you need to pay attention to this particular cell. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you click there, you're going to see the error message there. Look at it, the formula of function used in dividing by 0. Can you see that now? Or empty cells. So this is what is being used. I hope you got that right now. So that's the way it is. So I'm going to show you something else right now. Let's say I have a text here. Let's say I have what can I put there? Let's say surname here. Or no, let's say age. Do you understand? And I have 30 here and I have 40 here. Now this column, now I have age, then I have 30, 40. Let's say I want to add up 30 and 40. And in the process of typing it, let's say I say equals. Do you understand that? Then this one, but mistakenly, I added my operator, then I now went to click this P1. If you look at it, you want to add 30 to age. You know, that's not going to be compatible because this is text and this is number. So you cannot add a text to a number. So when you hit your enter key, you're going to have this symbol. You're going to have this error message. So if you point to it now, it's going to show you value used in the formula is of the wrong data type. Do you understand that? So anytime you see this, it means the formula contains an incorrect data reference. So you have referenced a data wrongly. So you're not supposed to reference this. You were supposed to reference this other one here. So I can double click now to correct that. So instead of P1, I'll delete it, then add this to it. Do you understand that? I clicked and you could type it. Don't forget P3. So you're going to have that. So when I hit enter key now, you're not going to have that again. So anywhere you see that value with the hash sign, it tells you that you have mistakenly referenced a cell that should not be included in the formula. I hope you understand that very clearly now. So these are things that you really need to pay attention to. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the built-in function in Microsoft Excel. We have quite a number of them, which I'm going to be pointing your attention to. Do you understand that? We have some few ones that I'm just going to, show you for the purpose of this class. There are advanced built-in functions, and we have the simple ones. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to be looking at the simple ones that we use on a daily basis. Do you understand? So we're going to look at sum built-in function. We're going to look at average built-in function. We're going to look at mean. We're going to look at max. We're going to look at count. So we're going to be considering all of that. So we'll consider sum, mean, consider max, we'll consider count, and we'll consider average. So we're going to be looking at these 5 built-in functions. Do you understand that? So, and I want you to look at how they apply to your day-to-day operations. Do you understand that? So I'm going to demonstrate them for you right away. Now, the same thing we've been doing with equals C4 plus C5. So when you have this is sum. But instead of using this, you can as well use this built-in function. Do you understand that now? So I'm going to demonstrate that for you to see how it works. I hope you understand that. So I'm going to delete this. So we want to check this sum now. Look at this now. We have 70. We added 30 to 40. But let's use sum now to demonstrate that. Now, don't forget that for you to type any formula, equals to will come first. Then the next thing you're going to type now is sum. Then you have your bracket to take the values. So anytime you're using built-in function, you type the function, then you open your parentheses to take the values. Can you see the what is it called now? The description. Do you understand that now? So that's the way to do it. So it's either you now say, okay, for example, let's say this is what P2 and this is P3. So let's now type P2. You can say comma P3 and close the bracket. So when you hit enter key, you're going to have that. Can you see that is the same? Now let's do it another way. The third way to do it is to type equals sum in bracket, then you specify the range. You specify the range. So how do you do that? It's from P to 2. So colon represents 2. Do you understand that now in Excel? So P2 to P3, it means from here to here. So when you want to select a range of cells, you use this to. So if you observe, you see that it's selecting the two together. So it's a range now. So if I say P2 to, let's say to this place now, this is P5 to P5. You see that it's going to extend. Can you see that now? So it's going to add up these 4 values. I hope you're getting that very clearly. So when I close the bracket now and I hit enter key, I'm going to have the answer here. Can you see that now? So it's a range. So it's different from the other one we did. So let's go back and put sum bracket. So if I begin to type P2, comma, P3, comma, you see that it's selecting them one after the other because it's not a range. Are you get what I'm saying now? You are just giving an instruction to the function to add up these numbers one by one. Do you understand that now? So instead of you typing P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, like this, P4, P5, P6, instead of doing this, why wouldn't you just type P2 to P6? So you can now replace all of this now with just this simple formula. P2, 2. Don't forget that the colon represents 2 to P6. I again don't have the answer. I hope that is very clear now. So that's the way to type your function formula. Do you understand that now? Now let's do the mean. Now when you're dealing with minimum, it means you must have a range of values that you want to determine its minimum. So let's say this range now, we want to determine the minimum out of this range. Now I'm going to type the formula equals, then I'm going to have what's that, mean into bracket. Then I'm going to say P2, don't forget that this is P2 to P7. So P2 to, don't forget, P7. Can you see that? Then I'm going to close bracket, then I'll press enter. So the minimum out of this range from here to here is 30, which is this. And as you can see, there's no lower value than this 30 out of this range. Sorry, within the range. Do you understand that now? So you need to understand that. I hope you're getting that now. So this is main. Now, how do you now calculate max? Same way. Just go to equals max bracket. Then you're going to put the range. So let's say from same P2. Don't forget you can also use your mouse to click. I've selected that. Then I'm going to put 2. Do you understand that? Then I'm going to click the last one. Do you understand? Can you see that? P8. So I'm going to close the bracket, then enter. So the max out of all this range is 420, which is correct. Now the next one is count. Equals count bracket. Can you see this? Now you want to know, equals. Now when you're typing a formula and you make a mistake, you can just press escape key on your keyboard to just ignore that. Do you understand that? Then you type it again. So look at count. I want to determine the numbers, the number of values that I have in that range. So I'm going to say P2 to P9. So how many values do I have there? So when I hit enter key, I'm going to have 8. If we count it now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So can you see that this is correct? So this count function counts the number of values you have, probably in a row or in a column. Do you understand that now? So you need to understand that now. You could have, you could count the number of values you have on a worksheet. All you need to do is to select everything. So let's say, for example, let me just populate this with something. Let's say 24, 24, 24, 20, 30, 20, 21, 22, 24, 45, 6. So let me do one more. 21, 87, 97, 56, 45, 34, 25, 21, let's say 5. So we have these 3 columns now. Let's say I want to count everything here, the number of values that we have here. I don't have to start counting one by one. I can do that by using the count function. So all I need to do is to come to where I want to have the answer. So I'll type my formula count. Then if you look at this now, this is P1. Sorry, P2. So that will be the beginning. So I'll type P2. 2 where? This is R2, but this is not the end. This is the end here. So it will be R10. Do you understand that now? So when I type R10 now, you will see everything will be selected. Do you understand that now? So from P1, it will come like this, go up, come down, go up, come down till you come to R10. So it will count it. So I'll close the bracket. Then when I hit enter key, I'm going to have 27. So the number of values in the range that I've just specified is 27. I hope you understand that now. So you could do the same thing for sum, mean, max, count, and average. All you need to do is to specify the range for your application to know where to focus on. Do you understand that now? So the final one there is the average. So let's find the average of these particular numbers here, the values in the Q section. So I'm going to type average. Can you see now? I'm supposed to start with equals average. Then I'll put the argument there, that is the range of cells. We have Q2 to Q10, Q2 to, I can click Q10. Do you understand that? Then when I hit my enter key, I'm going to have that. So this is the answer. So if you use your calculator to calculate this now, you're going to sum up all this, then divide it by the number of values there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you sum up this and divide it by 9, you're going to have this. So without stressing yourself, your Excel worksheet will just help you to do that calculation. I hope you understand that clearly now. So these are the things that you need to know when working with formulas. So I'm going to create another sheet. You now know how to create a sheet. So let me just create another one. Can you see new sheet? Click. Now let's enter something that makes sense. We're going to input something here. We want to, let's say daily budget is what we want to create. Daily budget. So I'm going to come to the next line, the next row, sorry. Now let's say I'll just have the months. Do you understand that? Let's say month. Then I want to have the income. Then I want to have the expenses. Then I want to have the balance. So let's say January, February, and let's say March. Now, I taught you how to do autofill. So on Microsoft Excel, I can come like this, then drag it down to till I have December. As I'm moving, you see that it's giving me the series. Can you see December here? Then I'll drop it. So I don't have to type everything. So when you're typing days as well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you want to fill it like this, just type the first one and drag it down. It's going to give you the other ones. So don't forget, we used autofill to generate that. Can you see this? So that's what to use. Let me type it here for you clearly to see. January. So when you do autofill, you're going to just have it. Can you see that? Till December. If you do Monday, or let's say Sunday first, that's the first day of the week, then you come to this place. Can you see the autofill and drag it down? You're going to have it till Saturday. Can you see that now? So you don't have to type it. So if I want to delete all these now, I'll just select all of them, then press delete key to delete all of them at once. I hope you got that now. Very good. So now I've just created the frame for what we want to do. This is the title here, and these are the headings. So but they are not good yet, so I can adjust them. So this space is not accommodating the text here, so I can expand the column width. Don't forget that. You've been taught how to do that. So I can expand this to at least have space, expand this to have space. I can expand this to have space as well. So now I'm going to input something there. Maybe in the month of January, the income was, let's say, 80,000 naira. And let's say the expenses was 50,000 naira. So I'm going to go to the other days. Let's say we have 85,000 naira. We have to be fast about it. Let's say 45 or 54,000 naira, just to fill in something there. Let's say 76,000 naira. let's say 45,000. I'm just going to input something there. We have 87,000 naira. We have 34,000 naira. Then you have 67,000 naira. Then you have 56,000 naira. Then we have 90,000 naira. Then we have 45,000 naira. Then we have 100,000 naira. Then we have 98,000 naira. So for August, 87,000 naira, 78,000 naira. Then let's say 45,000 naira. Then let's say 35,000 naira. Let's say here spending 56,000 naira. Sorry, income is 56. Then he spent 60,000 naira. He spent more than what he got. So let's go to the next one. 91,000 naira. And he spent 81,000 naira. Then December he spent let's say 120,000 naira because he got more money in December. Then let's say 67,000 naira. Okay. Now we have this as the how do we put it now? This will not be daily budget. This is going to be a monthly budget. Okay. So let's just do it this way. Do you understand? Now, we want to now calculate the balance. What will be the balance for each of these months? For each of the months we have here, what will be the balance? I've taught you how to do the calculation. It's very simple. All you need to do is to come to this place now, type your formula. Do you understand that? How do you get the balance? You subtract expenses from the income, then you have your balance. I hope you understand that. So let's have this to be equals. This is B3 minus C3. Can you see this? So when I hit enter key, I'm going to have my balance there. Can you see that? So this is the answer. Now, in Excel, I don't need to type for the other ones. Are you get what I'm saying? I don't have to do what? To type the formulas for the other one, because this particular formula is a relative address. Do you understand what I'm saying? I used a relative address such that when you copy the formula from this to the other rows, it's going to adjust to those rows. Are you get what I'm saying? So when I copy this now by using autofill and I drag it down, don't forget that the first formula is B3 minus C3. So when I copy it down, it's going to apply it to the other cells. So it will adjust to it. I didn't type this, but it has adjusted to B4 minus C4 because this is B4 minus C4. Can you see that now? If you come here now, it has changed to B5. So what I typed was B3 minus C3, but it's adjusting to the other rows. Because when you get to this place now, you're dealing with 4. You're dealing with 5 here. So it's going to be changing. So that is what we call relative address. So when you have any formula being typed directly like this, you can copy the formula and apply it somewhere else, and it will adjust to where you're copying it to. But there's also an absolute address. Now, if I don't want this formula to be copied to other cells, do you understand what I'm saying? All I need to do is to change the way I typed this formula in. So I want to show you absolute value. So I'll come to this place to do that. So I'm going to type equals C3. Now, after typing C3, you hold the function key on your keyboard. On some keyboards, you just press the function key directly, but on some of the keyboards I've seen, you have to hold the FN key before striking any of the function keys for it to work. So on my own keyboard, I have to hold the function key, which is FN, then I will now strike F4. So if you look at it now, it has changed. You now have $ before the column number and the row number. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So you have the $ before the column label and before the row number. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is what we call absolute address. So anytime you have $ as part of a formula, you should know that that formula you're dealing with, the cells you're dealing with there are absolute. So those addresses are absolute. They are not relative. So you can't copy that formula to another cell and it works for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to adjust. It's just going to give you the exact formula there. Do you understand that now? So this is C3. You can as well type in, let's say, minus D3. So if you want to type D now, don't forget $ comes first. Then you type D. Then you still type $ before typing 3. Can you see that? So it has selected the other one. So when I hit enter key, I'm still going to have my result. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, sorry. I used C3 and D3. So it's subtracting the balance from expenses. Let me change it. I want B3, not C3. B3 for you to see that it's same minus C3. So see now, you see that it's the same thing. But now you can now drag this to the other ones and you have the same result. Can you see that? That's the difference. So it's going to give you the same value throughout. Can you see that? Because you are dealing with absolute address. But this one is relative because you didn't put $signs there. That $sign tells your application that I want this to be permanent. I don't want it to change anywhere you copy it to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anywhere it's being copied to, anywhere it's being pasted, it's not going to change. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why we say it's absolute. But when you say relative, it means it's going to be changing from one location to another. Do you understand? So like this one now, we have it to be B3 minus C3. But when you copy this to this row now, because this is row 4, you can't have B3. So that formula would look for this B3 on that line and will notice that, oh, I can't find it. Then it will adjust to that row. So the computer or the application will use its sense to now pick that, oh, this person is trying to deal with B4 and C4, not B3 and C3. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So that's the way it works. So from row to row, it will now adjust, you understand, to those rows. So that's the way it works. Do you understand that now? So can you see that without doing any much work, it's already there? Do you understand that now? Now, I also want to show you something right away. Now, let's now assume that you want to create this particular budget on the Excel such that every time you have your income, you just want to input it there, then you want your balance to just show automatically. The same thing you just did now is what you're going to do. So I'll demonstrate that for you. Okay? So I'm going to just delete this, the balance. Do you understand that I'm going to delete it? So let's assume that, what do I do? Okay, instead of deleting this, I will create another sheet. I'll copy all this now. Copy. Then I'll go to this place. Then I'm going to paste it. So look at it now. I'm still going to adjust it because I didn't say you should maintain the format from the other sheet. So I'm going to wipe out this now, all these values. So let's say I want to start afresh and I want this sheet to be pre-calculated such that when I input any value here and here, it gives me the balance automatically. How do I achieve that? All I need to do is to do the calculation right away, even before you start having the values. So what do? I'll say equals, then I have B3, which is this, minus C3. Then I'll hit my enter key. You see that it's 0 because there's nothing here and there's nothing here, so it's going to give you 0. So I can drag it down now. That is, do autofill for the rest. So you're going to have it like this. So anytime you now input anything here, let's say you now have 50,000, you'll notice that the balance is 50 because expenses is 0. So you have it as, so any cell that has nothing inside, it is assumed that it is 0 on Excel. You don't have to put 0 there before it assumes that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to understand it's an empty cell, so it would assume that that is 0. So let me put 45,000 here now. You'll notice that it's going to subtract that. Can you see now that this is the balance? So if you come in February now and you want to put what you got at the end of the day, maybe 90,000, you just type it. Then when you now have your total expenses, you put there, let's say 56,000 was what you spent at the end of the day, then you're going to have the value without you having to calculate this again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can have that. I hope you got that now very clearly. Now let's go back to the other sheet because I want to also show you something from here. Now the other time when we were working there, we used some of the built-in functions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's say I want to know the total for this now. I can use my built-in function to calculate that by using sum. Do you understand that now? So if I want to do that, I'll just type equals, then sum, bracket, I'll select the first one, then choose this, then come to the last one and say that, then close the bracket, then I'm going to say okay. So it means the total income, let me put total here, the total income for the year is now 984,000. Then here you have sum. Now the same thing you did here the other time when we're trying to drag the balance down, you can also copy this formula to this place. Since it's sum that you want to do again and you want it to affect everything, so you just do autofill to this place and it's going to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the sum has been done, so you don't have to type the formula again. Do you understand that? So this is the total for the expenses. So what about the balance? So you can do the same when you put in your balance. So let's do the balance now. So we have equals B3 minus C3. That's the formula. Then I have this. Then I can drag this down now to this place, to December. So for me to now have the total, what do I need to do? Just come here and extend it here because it's sum that I want to get. So this is my total balance at the end of the year. So it means I was able to save 281,000 naira at the end of the year. I hope you got that now. So that's the way you do your calculation. Now let's say you want to know the let's say minimum, the mean. So you want to know the month that you had the minimum income. So how do you do that? This is your income. Then you come there, you type equals mean, put in bracket. Don't forget from B3, type it to this is B14. December is 14. Can you see that? B14. Do you understand that? I'll close bracket, then hit enter key. So can you see? So the minimum income I got was 45,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? All through the year. So the minimum was 45,000. So what was the minimum expenses? Let's check that as well. So you could drag this to this place as well. You don't have to calculate it again. Do you understand? And what was the minimum balance you had through the year? Can you see that you had minus 4,000? It means the person was owing here. He spent more than the income he got. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Maybe he took some loan to be able to, what is it called now? Pay for some, expenses and all that. Do you understand that? So what if you want to get the max? You can get your max now. That is the maximum income that came in. So what do? You just type max B3, bracket B3 to B14, because B14 is December. Can you see that? Bracket, then enter. So the highest income that came for the person was 120,000. So let's look at the other ones. All I need to do is just to drag it to the other ones because I want to do for the rest, and it's going to give me the max. So it means the highest savings in a month was 53,000, and the highest expenses in the year, I mean in one of the months, was just 98,000. So you need to understand that. So we can also do average. What is the average income for the year? How do you calculate that? You use equals average, then you use B3 to B14. So when you press enter key, you're going to have the answer. So it means your average income, the average income of this person for the year was 82,000. So it is assumed that this person earned 82,000 monthly. That's the average. So let's check the average expenses for the year and the average balance. So this is the average expenses per month for this person, 58,583,000. Then we have balance to be 23,460. So this person can say, oh, so I can have savings of 23,416 on a monthly basis. This person can say, oh, I spend 58,583 on a monthly basis. Do you understand that now? So I hope you now know how to make use of all these functions now. So that's that about that. If you need to use count to know the number of values you have here, you can do that, but count is not necessary here. Do you understand this very well now? Perfect. So the next thing I want to show you before we wrap up this video, let me just type here the same function key that you have here. I mean the sum that we used here the other time, the built-in function sum. You can use auto sum as well. I'm going to just put together some numbers: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So let's assume that I want to add up these numbers. All I need to do is to select those numbers. Then when I click auto sum, it's going to put the value here. So when I click auto sum now, can you see it has given me the answer here? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to delete this. Another way is to select all of them, then select where you want the answer to be with it. Can you see this empty space? That's where the answer will be. Then AutoSum, it's going to put there. Then another way to do it is to click at the bottom of the range, then go to AutoSum. You'll see that it has selected that. So if you don't want any of these numbers to be included, you can easily edit. Do you understand what I'm saying? If it's okay, all you need to do is just to press enter key, and that will be done for you. But if you need to adjust it, just adjust the formula to suit what you want to achieve. I hope you got that clearly now. So that is AutoSum. Do you understand that? So this is where we're going to stop in this video. We're still going to continue dealing with this further. We're going to learn how to format this in the next video. So see you in the next video.